What's up, YouTube? The Zen Trekker coming at you one more time. As you can see, I'm home again, and Truck Driving Academy is finished. So the good news is I did pass my test. I'll give you the details of this week, which was basically 2 days of orientation at the Swift Terminal in Jurupa Valley, then a little practice time on Wednesday, and then testing began for our license. Final test, which consisted of pre-trip and air brakes, part one, skills, part two, backing skills, and driving, part three. So I'll give you some more details about that in a moment, but first, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also just want to give a shout out to the shout out this week is going to my trucker homies. Tocayo, Eddie, The Beard, Michael, Big Rick, Jose Smooth. That's right, Jose. I came up with a nickname for you. Jose Smooth. And Maine. And then we also got Austin, Chucky, otherwise known as Jesus, and Brandon. Those guys were all in my class. They were of the 9 or 10 left. The 10 is I'm not sure about. Ronald, I'm not sure if he passed or not because we weren't there. Me and Eddie passed before, Eddie and Jesus actually, and Chucky passed before Ronald got a chance to take his second go at the test. So we'll see if Ronald passed. I guess we'll find out on Tuesday. Excuse me while I take a hit of coffee. Anyway, so those are my trucker homies. We are tight for life. We spent a lot of time together, a lot of stress together, anxiety waiting for those tests to happen. Anyway, so here's the deal. So this past week, the first 2 days we went to orientation at Swift over at Jurupa Valley. Got a little tour of the terminal. We filled out a whole bunch of paperwork. We saw a whole bunch of videos, some of which were like scary trucker accident kind of videos. I really appreciated the orientation. They were very helpful, very friendly. I definitely, we'll see, when we start working for Swift, but you definitely get the impression that that Swift is making a concerted effort at culture change or culture adjustment. They just came across as very committed to treating drivers with a certain value and respect to increase their ability to retain drivers. So I definitely got that impression that there's this culture shift in that direction. At Swift, also, a huge emphasis on safety and everything that revolves around safety. So it was cool. 2 days of orientation, learning more about Swift, learning more details about what's going to happen once we get in with our mentor and once we start working for the company and driving. Wednesday we went back to school, the academy, and we got some practice time on Wednesday, and then we got our list in terms of testing for Thursday and Friday. So they divided us up into 2 groups. 6 of us got our first shot at the test on Thursday. 4 got their first shot at the test on Friday. Of course, I ended up being the first one on the list, and I was the first tester at 7 a.m. on Thursday morning, and it was absolutely freaking terrifying. You do all this learning and all this practicing for 3-4 weeks leading up to what is going to end with a test, and you've worked really hard and you're confident in your skills and your knowledge and your driving, but when it's like test time, like shit just got real. And honestly, I was terrified, man. I was shaking in my shoes. I was like holding that steering wheel like super tight. I got through the pre-trip and the air brake test, no problem. You know, that stuff was pretty easy for me at least. And we actually didn't get through the whole truck. By the time I got to the coupling system, or finished the coupling system, I already had my 67 points, and there was no need to finish up the pre-trip. You need 67 points to pass the pre-trip. So then we went to skills, and you know, of course, you're practicing on a different course than you're testing on a different course than you've been practicing all week, and the pavement was kind of like a little graded, and the yellow lines like on the pavement weren't really lined up with the cones. No excuses, but it feels different. You're in a different truck than you've been in all week, and you know, I kind of like messed up my straight line backing the first try, and then once I got my shit together and stopped shaking like a leaf, I was fine. I did my straight line back. I did my offset. The offset I did, flawlessly. And then came the parallel parking. And I completely choked on the parallel parking. I missed the box on my first try, and instead of pulling out and resetting and starting from scratch, I made the fatal error of trying to fix myself in the box, which is completely impossible. There's no way to fix yourself in the box, no matter how small a change or adjustment you need to make. It's impossible. You can't do it. There's no way to fix yourself in the box. You got to pull out and start again. Of course, Mr. Stubborn Hardhead here insisted on trying to fix myself in the box, and I blew all my points, and by the time I pulled out and tried again, I was out of points, and I failed. So I failed my first time, so I had to come back. I had to stay at school another 2 days, come back on Saturday, retest on Saturday, and, just the anxiety, for those 2 days. I mean, I practiced all day Friday. Me and Tokayo practiced all friggin' day Friday. I must have did about 15 or 16 parallel parks on Friday and nailed them all. Every single one I nailed on the first try. I didn't miss a single parallel during practice, of course. And then, so Saturday comes, I was first up again, and, sailed through the test. So I passed my test. I'm getting my CDL. DMV wasn't open yesterday, so I don't have my license yet. I got to go back on Tuesday, get the paperwork, process through DMV, get my license, go to Jurupa, set up my mentor for next week, and I'll be going on the road with my mentor the week of February 25th, maybe like February 26th, something like that. And I've learned how to drive a truck. Now I got to learn how to be a truck driver. I'm going to be basically a rookie for the next year, learning how to be a truck driver. So that's it. So good news. I'm super stoked. I'm also super stoked to be home for a little while, for the next week or so, and and then looking forward to getting on the road sometime soon. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. I'm gonna do another video pretty soon before I leave. I'll do another video that's just kind of like a wrap-up video and some tips for people who are thinking about going to truck driving school, and just some random thoughts. But I gotta say, man, this was way harder than I ever thought it would be, which of course makes it way sweeter, when you succeed. We started with 30. We started with 30 students, and we finished with either 9 or 10. So this was not an easy process, and feels really good to be finished and have that license. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Well, let me get a quick hit of my coffee one last time. Oh yeah, and check out the hat. Peace.